What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today when I talk to you about SoFi, I want to go over some expectations for this upcoming week, what might cause some volatility in the stock price, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So going into this upcoming week, expectations are very low. So fear and greed index is under the extreme fear category. So just a lot of fear brought on because of the tariffs. And so those are set to be kind of in place April the 2nd as well as April the 3rd. In my opinion, I've done a couple videos already stated this. I do feel that there's a good chance that some of those will be reduced, if not quashed or postponed. Market's going to love that, really push higher as a byproduct of it. So we'll just have to wait and see how that all does play out. Shorts, on the other hand, they will be ready to pounce dependent on obviously how those tariffs do play out. So again, if those tariffs are fully enforced on those days, then anticipate a lot of fear coming from analysts, because analysts, the doom and gloom ones, have been kind of full in force, just saying, hey, if these tariffs are done, then inflation, you can anticipate that to go up, at least for the foreseeable future. So we'll just have to wait and see. Going into this upcoming week, a lot of labor data. So on Tuesday, you have JOLT numbers. And then on Friday, you have right over here, unemployment and non-farm payroll. This exact same scenario did play out 3 weeks ago, for the most part, first week of March. And so ultimately, Powell did come out at that time and he reassured the market. So that might happen this time around. So that is coming out on Friday. Aside from that, Monday is the last day in Q1. So for any institutions that haven't and didn't rebalance last week, they will be doing that on Monday. So you might see a lot of abnormal trading coming from institutions, both on the secondary market and also the dark pool. There was some abnormal transactions that did occur after hours on Friday, which is rather kind of abnormal in general, but 1.9, 1.3, so you might have some institutions already rebalancing. There was a big one, 13.6, and then 1.3. Aside from all that though, specific to SoFi, there isn't anything planned for this upcoming week. It might be advantageous if SoFi was working on something crypto related or some new innovative update. It'd be advantageous for them to put it out, or let's say participate in some fireside chat or do something along those lines, because I think that's exactly what SoFi investors are really yearning for. They want some updates. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what does come out. But as far as shorts though, they will be pouncing based off of the data, or I guess lack thereof, and also tariff news. So going into this upcoming week, 12.91% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 139.06 million shares overall are being shorted. Shorts on Friday did increase 100,000 shares. Cost per average 0.32, minimum negative once again. And you can kind of see shorts haven't really been doing all that much. So they, I think, are waiting for something. So it's been kind of between that 11.5 and 12.5% for the last, it looks like, since January. So we'll just have to wait and see how it all does play out. But a lot of them will be pouncing off of, let's say, if those tariffs are fully enforced, they'll be doubling down. So just anticipate a lot of volatility associated to that. Quickly looking at the options for the open interest, where SoFi did land at $11 and change. That does mean that the 12 and above all expired worthless. So that makes up for like 99% of all of them. So you're not going to see any bump up come Monday or anything. Looking forward into this upcoming week, you have roughly 3,000 at that 12, 3,000 at the 1250, 9,000 at the 13. So I think the 12 and 1250, if SoFi does gain some good momentum, definitely it could easily get past those, and you might not see any level of manipulation coming from shorts, because the 3,000 walls aren't that crazy. So that's not the line of the sand that they'll probably want to die on or anything. So just kind of keep those in mind. Unpopular opinion, as I've done, as I kind of mentioned in my SoundHound video and even the short interest video, I do feel that a lot of those tariffs are going to be kind of reduced. So meaning that this week might be good reason to be cautiously optimistic. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. With it at 11.85, it is trading between this S2 and this S3. So $12.72 is that next strong target / resistance, and then 11.31 is that next strong support. based on the actual chart itself, it is trading right now between that ALMA and that 200-day moving average. So most likely that is going to be kind of the next levels that you need to watch for. So $12.48 is that ALMA, and then $11.20 is that 200-day moving average. And as you can kind of see, that very bold 500. So IBKR, that's kind of the platform I use for options, at least short-term options, where I do my weeklies. And so I did sell some $12 puts, and obviously given where SoFi did land on Friday, they were exercised. So I have 500 more shares of SoFi, so I'm pretty happy with that. So let me know your kind of viewpoint on that, and if you've been dabbling with options or doing anything in that regard. But no new analyst ratings, no articles coming out about SoFi, so it's just been pretty much at the broader mercy of the broader market. So let me know your thoughts on SoFi. Where do you see things going? Do you think that the tariffs are going to be kind of reduced, moving up the market, or do you think that they're actually going to be enforced and bringing it down? So what's your kind of general thoughts on that? So throw your price predictions in the comments. I do feel that it'll be between most likely this S1 to this S2, so 1359 to 1272. Like I said, I think just SoFi naturally does want to gravitate back to that $13 to $17 range. Just the market's been very crappy lately. Some people could say that it's not really justified, but again, I think the argument could be made on either case. We'll just have to, as what Powell loves to say, we'll just have to wait and see for the data to see what it actually plays out as, but no matter what, we will probably have to wait 2 months for that data anyway, so is no point speculating 2 months from now. So let me know your thoughts. Hopefully everyone had a kick-ass weekend. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon where I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point. Definitely worth a while to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.